Dr. Bass is live. It's kind of chilly out here. Got some real clouds in the sky today. They're real. Oh, that's better. Play a couple songs. Everybody wants to say what they mean. Everybody needs to sometimes. Everybody wants to say what they mean before they die. Before they die. Oh, oh Lord, before they're dead. Everybody wants to have a little fun. Everybody needs to sometimes. Everybody wants to have a little fun before they die. Before they die. Oh Lord, before they're dead. Everybody wants to have a little peace. Everybody needs to sometimes. Everybody wants to be part of the feast before they die. Before they die. Oh, everybody's gonna die. I'm about to croak myself. Everybody's gonna die. Yeah. It's a happy little number. Everybody wants to have a little fun. Everybody needs to sometimes. Everybody wants to have a little fun before they die. Before they die. Oh Lord, everybody's gonna die. Yeah, everybody wants to have a little peace. Everybody needs to sometimes. Everybody wants to be part of the feast before they die. Oh yeah, before they're dead. Everybody's gonna die. So you best be appreciating life while you got it. I don't remember what it was like before I was born. I don't know what I was doing back then. I can't recall. Yeah, I wish I was down on Rocky Top out in the Tennessee hills. There ain't no smoky smog on Rocky Top. There ain't no telephone bill. Once I had a girl on Rocky Top, half bear, the other half cat. She was wild as a mink, but sweet as soda pop. I still dream about that. Rocky Top, you'll always be the home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Well, once two strangers climbed up the Rocky Top looking for a moonshine still. They never came back down from Rocky Top, reckon they never will. Corn don't grow and all on Rocky Top, dirt's too rocky by far. That's why all those folks on Rocky Top get their corn from a jar. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Oh, Rocky Top, Tennessee. I lived years of cramped up city life, trapped like a duck in a pen. All I know is it's a pity life can't be simple again. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Well, I wish I was down on Rocky Top, out in the Tennessee hills. I need to smoke some more pot. Hey, there's people here. What's up, Phil? Oh, hey, thanks. Timosi Pola. Sorry, I can't pronounce. Timosi Poya. Maybe that's some other language. I'm sorry. My bad. But thanks for the compliments. I'm just getting warmed up. I'm still clearing the phlegm. Sorry if my singing croaks. What should I play? Should I play something kind of spooky or something kind of happy? I'm kind of torn between the two. Torn between two. Maybe I could do like a sarcastic number. When AT&T rolled out their 5G, they put it everywhere that anyone can see. At the park, at the playground, radiating all around. At the local farm and drug, you'll see it up above. At the club, at the bar, wherever you are. If you're looking hard enough, you're gonna find the stuff. We're swimming in a sea. We're swimming in a sea. Ooh, la 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 la. Swimming in a sea of directed energy, thanks to AT&T and 5G. If you go to the store, you might see 3 or 4. The police department, out the window your apartment. The fire station, you can taste the radiation. Every city, every town out in the cuts, you bet your ass. The place is lit the fuck up. Every street, every boulevard, every avenue. You'll see them at museums, even see them at the zoo. If you're AT&T, there's nothing stopping you. Sometimes they wanna try to be a little more covert. They'll stick it in a flagpole, put it in the cross at church. Sometimes they really just wanna try to hide it, so they'll get creative and try to disguise it. They got those 5G evergreens, got the 5G panels that look like a palm tree. Yeah, AT&T, we're swimming in a sea. Swimming in the sea, ooh la 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 la. Swimming in the sea of directed energy. Thanks, AT&T, thanks. The 5G, yes, we're swimming in the sea. Swimming in the sea, ooh la 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 la. We're swimming in the sea of directed energy. Thanks to AT&T and 5G. Should be like a really cool, like shiny commercial for that song where it's just like 5G, everyone's all happy, you know. Look, we put it everywhere. We put all this hardware in, all this hard work. We invested $1 trillion in rolling out hardware to provide you with a service that you already had. It's just we did it for just kindness. We're just it's our a gift to you. Now everything's faster. Notice how everything's faster and better? Well, not really. But we sure do have a lot of towers everywhere now. Yep. Yeah, I know, they're pretty ugly and they're not very fun to look at. And they're not safe to be around. So we decided we'd disguise them as trees so people won't know that they're around them. They won't have to see how ugly they are. You know? Because that way you don't know you're around something that's dangerous, so you won't be as worried. It's better that way, you know? We figured we'd do that for you too. Well, we do so much. AT&T cares about you. I went to I stopped to check out like one of these 5G towers. It's on the side of the road in like this bike lane. You know, it's like this big, like looked like a substation or something. It was kind of crazy, but it was all left in a state of disarray. It must not have been functional. I don't know, because I mean, I myself could have accessed all these cables and stuff inside. I just opened the box. I'm like, damn, this isn't right. You know, I could have been yanking all these cables out if I was some like vandal or something. It was just like, wow, I shouldn't have access to all this stuff. This is crazy. And I was looking. My girlfriend was the one who was looking for it. We were there. We were kind of investigating. It was like right on the side of this busy road and on this bike lane. You know, huge ugly tower with all this crazy shit out the bottom. You know, all these little boxes where you can open and see all these wires going everywhere. And I don't know how that shit works, but it was definitely not left in a state like that you would probably think they would want it to be in. But we finally found a sign, because she was trying to find a sign that said it was dangerous to be around these towers or whatever, you know, because they have to warn people. There's usually a sign, you'll find a sign, or posted warning to stay away from these towers that are everywhere. And we finally found what looked like a sign, but it was just blank, you know. But I was like, look, it looks like it's attached to another sign. We could see like two signs, and they were attached to this thing, but it was to the box or whatever, one of the breaker boxes or whatever it was. And I was like, look, it looks like it's glued, and we couldn't figure out what was going on. So we like pulled on it, and it was glued, and so we pulled it off. Me and her. It took both of us to pull it off, and then you could see there was a sign facing out that said, "Warning, you know, don't be near these towers; they're dangerous," or whatever. It was a yellow sign. But then the one that we had pulled off was the same warning, but it was with a white background, but it was facing the wrong way. So it had been glued so you couldn't read it, you know. It was facing the other one that was facing out. So when we pulled that one off, now there was a warning that people could see, and there was an extra sign that I brought home. It's over here in my yard. I use it for a prop when I'm singing that song. I'm like, look, these towers aren't safe to be around. I found this sign glued backwards so people couldn't read the warning. But fortunately, when I pulled it off, there was a sign there that was facing out that you could see now. So hopefully I'm explaining myself well. I made a video of it and put it on my channel a long time ago. During that whole thing, I filmed it. I was like, look at the signs glued backwards so people can't read the warning. Interesting. I'm thinking it was probably an inactive tower or something, but it was just weird how it was just so open to the public. I could have gone in there and pulled all these cables out and fucked some shit up if I had wanted to. I was just investigating. I just wanted to see, I just wanted to, it was just caught my interest. I'm like, look at this huge fucking ugly tower right in the middle of all this busy activity. And there was a ton of towers in that whole stretch. Monte Sereno is between Los Gatos and Saratoga in San Jose area, like South Bay, San Francisco. And fucking, I just couldn't believe that it was left like that. I mean, there was no sign of anybody having been there at any point in time, and you could tell there was plenty of active 5G towers in that area. I mean, the place was lit the fuck up, let me tell you. And it's a really rich neighborhood too. I was surprised to see such odd signs of like negligence. I mean, I should think those breaker boxes or whatever those boxes with all the cables running all over, I would think that would be locked up. Because I mean, anybody could come and just fucking mess that shit up. I'm assuming that you probably wouldn't want the general population having access to all those connections in there. It just seemed like really off the wall. There's a spider on my guitar. You got to go right here, buddy. I don't want you crawling on me while I'm playing. Where'd he go? Oh well. Good old 5G. 5G. I'm assuming they're going to run the 6G on the 5G towers. I mean, that would suck if they had to put all those towers in for no reason. No, that's what they're going to do. It's the same hardware they use in the military for active denial, the non-lethal intervention. It doesn't kill you, but it just makes you feel like your skin's on fire. It's the same thing as 5G, just turned up a little higher. I'm a poet and I don't know it. They'll pay you $5,000 if you put a 5G in your yard. They'll give you 5Gs if you put 5Gs in your yard. And I'll take one of these, please. I could use 5Gs. Just put some 5Gs. Hey, I'll take 5 of these. I'll have 25 Gs. Woo! I'll retire early. Or maybe I'll expire earlier than I thought. I'll take 5 of these 5Gs, please give me 25 Gs, and I'll be happy as a clam. I won't complain about 5Gs, because I got them in my yard. It's my own thing. I got my own, and my internet's so good. In fact, actually, you notice when you go by the 5G towers, your internet fails. It drops out. I've noticed that. And like, if they're on, they're not all operating. But there's one up the street. If I drive by it, I get mad interference in my radio because I'm old school. I listen to the radio in my car, and I can't get any reception while I'm in. There's like a radius of like maybe about 500 yards or so. So these are short range radiation, millimeter wave. So it's like I know where the range of that tower, that specific tower right there is. It's a big old tower behind the fire station, and it's not that big of a range. Based on the fucking the the interference I get on the radio, there's a certain perimeter. I know I can drive within that. It's maybe about 500 yards, I would guess, maybe a little bit more than that, but not very far. So if you think about that, if that's really the range of those things, like it's such. And I happen to have done a lot of investigating into it, and I've seen the power they have running into those towers. It's fucking insane. There's copper cables the width of my guitar neck, and there's like a cluster of them. That's a lot of juice, dude. And if it's only broadcasting internet in short range within like that small of a perimeter, you know, that's such lack of efficiency. Like there's something else going on there entirely. It's got to be like some kind of high weapons grade, weapons grade fucking broadcasting internet, weapons grade internet. That's what it is. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on. I think the fact if it does provide internet, it's just like a little side bonus. Those towers are meant for something else entirely. That's why they look menacing. They don't look good. They look bad. In my humble opinion, I preferred the internet back when we didn't have to look at all the ugly towers everywhere. Because we still had it back then. We've just been downgraded, in my opinion. Now we have to look at all the ugly towers everywhere we go. I mean, I hope that nothing bad comes of it. I'm not wishing that upon us. I'm just saying they're ugly. What song is this? What am I doing? It's got to be some kind of song. Doesn't it sound like a song? What song is it? Well, I ride on the mail train, baby. Well, I ride on the mail train, baby. I can't buy a thrill. I've been up all night, mama, leaning on the windowsill. Well, if I die on top of the hill, if I don't make it, you know my baby will. Don't the moon look good, mama, shining through the trees? Don't the brakeman look good, flagging down that double E? Don't the sun look fine, heading down over the sea? Don't my girl look good when she's running after me? Yeah, the winter time is coming and the windows are filled with frost. I tried to tell everybody, but I could not get across. Hi, baby.
It's good, nice and cool. I like it.
Yeah. I love you, baby. I'm gonna smoke a mad fat bong hit right now. Come on. Maybe that'll clear up my esophagus. My esophagus. It's hard to do. Sorry. Trying to blow smoke rings when I'm like gagging on it, choking. Oh, that's a good little cigarette holder right there. That's perfect. I don't know why I never thought of that. Excuse me. I had to clear my throat. I keep trying to sing. I'm like, there's a strange sense of urgency. Have you noticed there's a strange sense of urgency? There's a strange sense of urgency to be merging with machines. It's disturbing me. There's a strange sense of urgency to be merging with machines. It's disturbing me to be merging man with machines. I don't think you heard me. Absurdly disturbing, emerging man with machines, with machines. the strange sense of urgency. There's a strange sense of urgency to be merging with machines. It's disturbing me to be urgently merging man with machine. To be urgently merging man with machine. It's disturbing me. There's a strange sense of urgency to be merging man with machine. All the way out and back again. There is no limit, there is no end. There's no looking back once you begin. This is forever. There is no end, there is no end. This is forever. There is no end. This is forever. There is no end. This is forever. There is no end, there is no end, there is no end, no end. The strange sense of urgency to be merging with machines, it's disturbing me. Urgently merging man with machine, it's disturbing me. These things shall not cleave. I don't believe it can be true, but it's something I can see that man is trying to merge with machines. You got your fucking Neuralink. They show this chimpanzee can play Pong with his mind. He's not playing Pong with his mind. That was just theater, trickery. Just a fucking chimpanzee staring at TV while somebody plays Pong. They're hiding out of screen. Look, the chimpanzee's playing Pong with his mind. He's like, you could put a TV in front of a chimpanzee and he's gonna stare at it, you know. But look, he's just playing it with his mind. It's like the demo on. What the fuck, dude? Nice try, Elon. That's really sophisticated. At the same time he was putting that video out, like as proof that he his Neuralink works, there was like fucking VR games, virtual reality games, where you could put a headset on. I mean, I don't know if it's actually come out yet, but I saw demonstrations of it where the headset, this thing rests on the back of your head, and it reads the synapses in your mind. So when you have the goggles on, it might be watching your eye movement too, but this thing has something on the back of your head that reads the synapses firing off in your mind, and it moves the character in the game accordingly. Like, so you like if you had the bodysuit on, like you could feel what was going on inside the game. Like that's like that much closer to the Matrix reality. I mean, and it's like this really immersive game where you could like interact, you know, like, and you're just thinking where you want to move the character, and the character moves accordingly because it's reading how your mind is working, your brain, and so that was coming out around the same time, or that was being demonstrated to be something that was working. You know, I mean, I don't know. That seemed pretty advanced to me, and it didn't involve cutting your head open and doing brain surgery. So it just made the Neuralink seem pretty. It's like, oh, you could be like the chimpanzee, you have your head cut open and fucking play Pong with your mind, or you could wear this little headset and fucking interact with this super hyper realistic fucking game you're totally immersed in. It's like, what sounds like the better option? Oh, cut my head open. I want to play Pong with my mind. It's so dumb, dude. I mean, it's just not congruent, you know. It's like the story isn't making sense. In my opinion. I love you. Got some real clouds today, though. It's kind of nice. Indeed. I didn't go to heaven, heaven came to me. I didn't come around, I just came to be. I didn't write this song, it was here all along, waiting for your ears to hear. And now that you are here, everything's in its right place. Everything's in its right place. There's no time to waste. There's no time to waste. It's a picture perfect paradise. It's a picture perfect paradise, isn't it nice? It's a picture perfect paradise, isn't it nice? Take my advice, don't think twice, just dive in headstrong. Don't wait too long, because everything's in its right place. Everything's in its right place. Everything's in its right place. There's no time to waste. There's no time to waste. Everything's in its right place. There's no time to waste. Everything's in its right place. In the middle of everywhere. There's no such thing as the middle of nowhere. You can never be in the middle of nowhere. You can never go there. There's no such thing as nothing. You can never have nothing in the middle of everything. The needle on the compass is straight, indicating to you if you follow through, you will never return. It's a straight line through and through. You will never return. If you follow through, it's up to you. The needle on the compass is straight, indicating to you if you follow through, you will never return. It's a straight line. It's through and through. You will never return if you follow through. It's up to you. I'm singing this song to you. It's a song that is true, and everything's in its right place. And everything's in its right place. There's no time to waste. It's a picture perfect paradise. Isn't it nice? It's a picture perfect paradise. Isn't it nice? Take my advice, don't think twice, just dive in headstrong. Don't wait too long, because everything's in its right place. Everything's in its right place. There's no time to waste. There's no time to waste. Everything's in its right place. There's no time to waste. Everything's in its right place. Didn't go to heaven, heaven came to me. I didn't come around, I just came to be. I didn't write this song wrote me. And it tells you how I am, who I am. It tells you how I am, who I am. Who am I? Do you know who you are? Do you know how you are? Do you know how you are? Who you are? Who are you? Do you know how you are? Who you are? Who are you? How are you? Who you are? Do you know who you are? How you are? Do you know how you are? Who you are? How are you? Who are you? Who are you? How high are you? Are you high too? I'm high. How are you? Do you know who you are? How are you? Who you are? My pants are falling down. You just imagine me playing that song with my ass hanging out, because that's what was happening right now. You just didn't see it. Thank goodness. That's the behind the scenes look at things. Dr. Bas Ackwards coming at you from behind. You gotta watch out. I've been running against the grain. It's my name. It's my claim to fame. It's the same thing, but just the opposite thing. So it's not the same at all, never mind. I've been running against the grain ever since the day I came along. That's a song I always sing, because I'm always running against the grain. I've been running against the grain ever since the day I came along. I'll be running against the grain till my dying day. I'll be running against the grain. I'll be running against the grain. I'll be running against the grain. I'll be running against the grain till my dying day. I claim the grain is running the wrong way. I'll be running against the grain till the day I die. Running against the grain. I'll be running against the grain. Yeah, but when you run against the grain, it causes friction, and you know that friction starts to burn. And when it burns, you know what's gonna happen. That's when this place is going up in flames. The end of the game. The end of the game. At the end of the game, I'll still be running against the grain. I'll be running against the grain. I've been running against the grain ever since the day I came along, and I'll be running against the grain to my dying day. And I claim the grain is running the wrong way. I've been running against the grain ever since the day I came along, and this is the song I always sing while I'm running against the grain. I'm running against the grain. Yeah, but when you run against the grain, it causes friction, and you know that friction starts to burn. And when it burns, you know what's gonna happen. That's when this place is going up in flames. At the end of the game. The end of the game. At the end of the game, I'll still be running against the grain. I'll still be running. I'll still be running against the grain. I'll still be running. I'll still be running against the grain. I'll be running against the grain. Running against the grain. Yeah. But when you run against the grain, it causes friction, and you know that friction starts to burn. And when it burns, you know what's gonna happen. When this place place is going up in flames at the end of the game. You better act fast, jackass, last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out back, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down. That's right. Fast jackass, we're in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out back, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down. That's right. Fast jackass, last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out back, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down. That's right. And we will see who's laughing when the place starts collapsing in the free for all. Anything can happen when the ship goes down. So does the captain. And wherever you are is where you'll be stuck. Yeah, when this place goes belly up, better have yourself a damn good plan when the shit hits the fan. Now when the going gets tough, you better be clever enough. You gotta know what the fuck to do. You're gonna run amok, or let the muck run you. You better act fast, jackass, last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out back, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down. Right. Whole thing's gonna come down, okay? Yeah, the whole damn thing is gonna come down. That's right. The whole damn thing is gonna come down. That's right. The whole damn thing is gonna come down. That's right. The whole damn thing is gonna come down. That's right. Whole damn thing is gonna come down. That's right. Well, see who's laughing. A place that's collapsing in the free for all. Anything can happen when the ship goes down. So does the captain. Wherever you are is where you'll be stuck. When this place goes belly up, better have yourself a damn good plan when the shit hits the fan. When the going gets tough, you better be clever enough. You gotta know what the fuck to do. You gotta run amok, or let the muck run you. Act fast, jackass, last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. The time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out back, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down. That's right. Whole thing's gonna come down, okay? Well, the whole damn thing is gonna come down. down. The whole damn thing is going to come down. The birds are applauding. Like, that was good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Pardon me. So passe. It is. Running with the grain of boring. There's mosquitoes on the river. Fish are rising up like birds. It's been hot for 7 weeks now. Temperature's too hot to even speak now. Did you hear what I just heard? Ba-da-da, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. So you might have been the fiddle, or it could have been the wind. But there seems to be a beat now. I can feel it in my feet. Listen, here it comes again. There's a band out on the highway. They're hot stepping into town. It's a rainbow full of sound. There's fireworks, calipes, and clowns. Everybody's dancing. Oh yeah. Hey, come on children, come on children, come on, clap your hands. Clap your hands, clap your hands. Well, the sun went down in honey, and the moon came up in wine. You know the stars were spinning dizzy. The band kept us so busy, we forgot about the time. They're a band beyond description, like Jehovah's favorite choir. People joining hand in hand while the music plays the band. They're setting us on fire. Crazy rooster crowing midnight. Balls of lightning roll along. Woo! Old men sing about their dreams. Women laugh and children scream. And the band keeps playing on. Keep on dancing till the daylight. Greet the morning air with song. No one's noticed, but the band's all packed and gone. Will they ever even hear it all? But they keep on dancing. Yeah. Come on, children, come on, children, come on and clap your hands. Clap your hands. Well, the cool breeze came on Tuesday, and the corn's a bumper crop. Well, Well, the fields are full of dancing, full of singing and romancing. You know the music never stopped. Woo! Never stopped. Dig. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, yeah. Okay. Bow, bow, bow. Diddly, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah. There's no words to this part of the song. The song has an end, even though the music never stopped. It did stop, but it never stopped. It did, but it didn't. After years and years and years of what appears to be a research, dirty work, digging in the earth, reworking things for what it's worth, it seems. We found out that there's nothing to find out. The fact is, we don't know the facts. The fact is, we don't know the facts, even though we've been acting like we do for so long now. It's just hard to backpedal without a foot in your mouth. Pretty much the only thing we can say for sure that is true is that eventually time catches up with you. Time catches up with you. Time catches up with you. You're young now, but soon you will be 52. Time catches up, it doesn't stop. It's like a watch, it ticks, it doesn't talk. You got to keep your eye on the clock. It is what it is unless it isn't. And it ain't. But don't faint from being so stressed. I guess it'd be best if you're gonna take some time off your feet to not miss a beat. 'Cause forward is the only way through. And time is catching up with you. Here it comes now. Time's catching up with you. Time's catching up with you. Time's catching up, don't you know? Time's catching up with you. Time's catching up with you. Time's catching up. Look, there it goes. Bow. Time's catching up with you, there it goes. Time is catching up with you, there it goes. There it goes, it's gone. Well, these days everything's been redone, rerun, rehashed, revamped, thrown back in your face again and again and again just to see if it can fly, but it can't, but they just try again some other time. If they didn't make enough cash on the flip, that's why they keep going back to it. It's like some kind of one-hit wonder that never really hit, it just gets overplayed. Fuck. I'd like to see some people do something new. Try something new. Do something original for a change. Like to see some people think, try to speak, try to do something new. Try to think, try to speak, try to teach, try to believe in something true. Think, try to speak, try to read, don't go and do something new. Think, try to speak, try to read, try to believe in something true. Think, try to speak, try to read, try to go out and do something new. try to speak, try to reach, try to believe it's something true. Think, speak, reach, teach, go do something new. Think, speak, reach, keep doing, but don't preach, just do. 'Cause time is catching up with you. Oh, baby. Sorry. All I ever have, redemption songs. These songs of freedom. All I ever had, redemption songs. These songs of freedom. All I ever had, all I ever had, redemption songs. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them are gonna stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? As some say, it's just a part of it, and we've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help me to sing these songs of freedom, these redemption songs? All I ever have, all I ever have is these redemption songs. Whatevs. Redeem this. Oh, did I miss a phone call? It was son of a gun. It's supposed to be sitting right there like this. That's better. Come on, get in there. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. Sorry, I tried to do Bob. I didn't try hard enough, obviously. Where is the thing that... Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do retouch. What is retouch? What about this? Oh, yeah, let's do that. Kaleidoscope. That's cool, that's fun. I feel like I didn't do my song earlier like how I wanted to, you know, the one where I'm like, I didn't go to heaven, heaven came to me. I didn't come around, I just came to be. Didn't write the song wrote me. I didn't write the song, it was here all along, waiting for your ears to hear. This song was here all along, waiting for you to come along and hear me play it for you. And now that you are here, everything's in its right place. Everything's in its right place. Everything's in its right place. There's no time to waste. It's a picture perfect paradise. This is a picture perfect paradise. Isn't it nice? It's a picture perfect paradise. Isn't it nice? Why do I gotta rotate my thing? Why is it telling me to do that? Is it working? Can you tell? It's like rotate your screen. I did that. Okay, it just was trying to catch up with reality. It wasn't my fault. Hopefully the kaleidoscope thing is working. Isn't it nice? It's a picture perfect paradise. It's a picture perfect paradise. Isn't it? I don't know why it did that. I don't know why it did that. Hopefully it's still working. It's just, dude, it just shut off my shell. I didn't tell it to do that. What's the problem here? Hold on, I got it. Maybe if I cut that shit out. Can you hear me? Is anybody there still? It's working. Or is that an old message? What's up, Lev? What's up, Dean? Floyd Bingo, nice to see you guys. Hopefully you're still there. It looks like there were still a few people there. I don't know, what was I doing? I was goofing off on my song. I was getting to the best part, though. Everything's in its right place. There's no time to waste. This new part that I've added. There's no time to waste. Everything's in its right place. There's no time to waste. Everything's in its right place. In the middle of everywhere. Everything's in its right place. Everything in the middle of everything. The needle on the compass is straight, indicating to you if you follow through, you will never return. It's a straight line, through and through. You will never return if you follow through. You will never return. It's a straight line. You will never return. It's a straight line. Will you follow through? It's up to you. I'm singing a song to you. It's a song that is true, and everything is in its right place. Everything is in its right place. There's no time to waste. It's a picture perfect paradise. The picture perfect paradise. Isn't it nice? Picture perfect paradise. Isn't it nice? Picture perfect paradise. Take my advice. Don't think twice. Dive in headstrong. Don't wait too long. Because everything's in its right place. Everything's in its right place. There's no time to waste. There's no time to waste. Everything's in its right place. There's no time to waste. Everything's in its right place. The middle of everywhere. There's no such thing as the middle of nowhere. You could never be in the middle of nowhere. There's no such thing as the middle of nowhere. I don't know why it keeps doing this. How fucking annoying. How long was it off for? I was just getting into my song again and then looking it's off. I gotta just look at the screen now. Why is it shutting off? Why does it want to do that to me? Everything should be all hunky-dory, you know, and it just decides to turn off. I mean, what? Where do you get the idea that that's acceptable, Mr. Phone? 3x3, what does that mean? It's not quite 5x5. It's 3x3, bro. Or it's like... I can't... You can't even do like the any kind of normal Freemason hand signalage. I don't want to do that. I'm not a fucking Freemason. But I do like to make fun of things. See, it looks like you're doing the Freemason hand signal, but you're not really, because it's just mirroring your hands. You're one-handed. You're... What is that? That's like this... There's got to be some symbol right there. You can get into some cool, like stuff, bruh, with like this app that I'm using. I'd look really silly if you just were to see me in person, but this looks cool. What is he doing with his hands in front of his phone? Casting spells. You will never return if you travel in a straight line. You can't travel in a straight line and return to where you started from. Because you don't live on a big ball, you just think you do. You don't even really think about it. Because if you were to think about it, just think about it. What if you had a circular piece of property and you decided to expand it evenly in every direction? It would get wider and wider and wider, and you'd be encompassing more and more earth as it got wider and wider and wider. Now, can you imagine if you just kept doing this continually, indefinitely? Like, that circle of property that you have would get pretty wide. You would, I mean, it would just keep getting wider, right? it would have to be able to just keep getting wider because, you'd be like, well, there's more Earth to expand into still, so I'm going to keep expanding. That's what would have to happen, right? Right? Yeah, obviously. Okay, so that circle could only get bigger all the way out indefinitely, right? That makes sense, right? Because there'd be more Earth to expand into, so you keep widening. Right, right. That makes sense. Okay, well then the Earth is flat. You have to just really think about what that means. Understanding these things is essential. It would just widen indefinitely. It could never get smaller and start to shrink. Start to get. See, I'm responding quicker now. Start to get all small and start to shrink. Even though you're putting more property, it's just starting to shrink now. Now your circle starts to get smaller somehow, even though you're expanding it still. It's starting to shrink because you live on a ball. Derp, 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 derp. Well, how would that happen in real life? How are you going to put a smaller circle around more stuff? Oh, just because you're upside down at that point. Uh-huh. Right. I used to think that the earth was a ball. Now I don't think that at all, but I do think it could be round. I don't think that if I go dig deep enough, I'm gonna find the sky under the ground. That's just something that I used to believe, but then I thought about it for a while, and I said, that's pretty silly to think that that's how it is. If you're not busy seeing it yourself, then why would you even think it's true? Just because someone said it to you. That's a pretty extreme idea to be telling me without having any real evidence to show. That's how this goes, and then you think that maybe you're crazy, but then you think, now why would that be? I'm just accepting reality as it is. I don't need to make up stories and try to make it fit into this worldview that we're hurled into. We can't even leave this frame of reference. How would we ever really perceive? Fucking lame. I guess I wasn't meant to have a show today. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I don't know. Where did it cut off? I was making up a song. I'm like, oh dang, I made up a whole song and I didn't catch any of it on the show. I'm retarded. Alright, I'm gonna turn off this here fucking effect for now. Or I could be underwater. Heart eyes. Do I have heart? That's creepy, dude. I should just start my shows like that. What's up, guys? What are you tripping on? I got pink eye, bro. Shit sucks, dude. Pink eye sucks. Yeah, my phone is definitely hating. I guess I can't play guitar anymore because it's just gonna fucking cut out while I got my eyes closed and I'm getting in my groove and shit. It's like a cheap shot. Just pulls the carpet out from under me when I'm not looking. What a mean thing to do, YouTube, for my fucking stupid phone provider. Mm. I think I'm gonna email Eric Dubé. Mm. And tell him my whole sorry my whole thought exercise. Because Eric Dubé is looking for more flat Earth proofs for his next book or video or whatever he's gonna do. He wants more people to send in their flat Earth proofs or just epiphanies, and I feel like nobody ever talks about it like from the perspective that I speak on it, where it's like I try to get people to understand that the expanse of Earth can only widen. There's a few ways I go about doing it, which is basically just if you start off just really simple, like if you draw a circle on the ground, you can't draw a smaller circle around the outside of it. So just get that in your mind. It's impossible. It's silly to think that it's possible. So you could draw a really big circle on the surface of the Earth now. You could maybe draw your perimeter around your yard. Now you still can't draw a smaller circle around the outside of that circle because it's just going to be circling more property. If you go make another circle around the outside of the circle that you already had, it's going to be bigger every time. And it doesn't matter how big the circle gets, it's always going to be the same situation. You're always going to be moving around the outside of your circle. If there's more Earth beyond that, it's going to be a bigger circle every time. And people will agree with me all the way through this. You know, they'll be like, yeah, you're right. Totally, because it's totally obvious, you know. Because if there's more Earth beyond the circle that you've already made, then you can widen some more, you know. It's always going to be a bigger measurement. And those are real places, you know, with real measurements around them. It's not like some like hypothetical situation, really. I mean, it's like as long as you're widening, you know, that circle can only get bigger. Now, on the globe Earth, the biggest circle you can make on the surface of the Earth is when you reach the median halfway across the world, all right? That's the biggest your circle can get if the Earth is a globe. And after that, it's going to have to start shrinking. So basically, you know, you could be widening, like in the thought experiment I was walking you through a minute ago, you know, where you're just thinking, well, yeah, the circle can only get bigger all the way out. Well, how could it shrink? Well, here's how, like, because you'd be sideways and upside down and you're on a surface of a ball. But, like, nobody would ever expect that to happen. And in reality, I mean, that's not really what the way we interact with Earth, that's not how it would happen. I mean, that's where the magic would kick in. That's where, like, you'd have to depart from what you expect to be reality in order to believe it's true. I mean, because it doesn't make any sense. If there's more Earth to expand into, you know, so this is the biggest circle we can make. Yeah, but look, if there's more Earth. Yeah, but if we keep expanding, it's going to start shrinking. What? Yeah, because then we're just closing in on the property that we haven't bought yet. So it's just like, that's it. Fuck, dude. Nobody would ever expect that to happen. And I don't think that's what would happen. I mean, the only reason anybody would humor that possibility is just because they've been so heavily indoctrinated and they think that they know the Earth is a globe. But that's not what anybody would expect to happen if you went about making concentric circles on the surface of the Earth. And you would see you'd see the pattern forming. Each new circle is bigger. And it just would keep going like that. Like reality itself isn't just presented to us in a way to where we would have any other experience other than that. The circles would have to just keep getting bigger all the way out. That's how reality is presenting itself to us. You have to just accept that reality because that's what we're living in. It scales out, you know, like if you draw a circle on the ground right here and you can't draw a smaller circle around the outside of it, you should understand that that's just going to be the same situation regardless of how big the circle is. It's always going to be impossible to make a smaller circle around the outside of it. It doesn't matter what you can't just be circling half the available space and tell me that's the biggest circle you can make. That's not the reality that we're living in. That's silly. That's like the life. That's the reality of like a model that you have in your mind. It's not the reality that we live in. I'm talking like real estate. This is like real estate. You can't make a smaller property line around the outside of a bigger. You can't encompass more property with a smaller property line. It's not like that. It's not like we live in a place where like once you have half the available area, now you're just closing in on the like how do you think it would look like if you were just go and keep attaching property to your property? It would keep increasing because you're always adding, never subtracting. I mean, how do you think that would look? Like how that in reality, if you're just always adding to your property, the perimeter around it is only going to get bigger because you're always adding to it, never subtracting. So the reality that we're living in isn't that of a globe Earth because that perimeter could only expand because you're going to be adding more property indefinitely. So it just gets bigger. You'll never see it shrink. It's not the reality that we live in. We don't live on a globe. All you have to do is just think about it logically. It's not the reality we're living in. If it is, then it's magic or something, and we might as well just give up on trying to figure things out. Anyways, I can't even tell if I'm still going live here. So if somebody's there, can you respond to am I live or is it just all jacked up? Anybody in there? No? Yeah? Oh, it's still going? Oh, cool. Huh? Yeah, but I feel like I lose people's attention when I try to explain that whole thing. So maybe Eric Dubé will actually pay attention because that's what he's asking for people to do. Like, say your spiel, like what makes you think the earth is flat? And then send it to him, And I could go on for hours about my whole thing where it's just like, I believe we live on a piece of property. It's got oceans and it's got islands and it's all one big piece of property. And I believe that you can put a perimeter around all of it. The known world, that is. I believe that it's however many, there's like a finite amount of space within this Earth system. Because I mean, I don't know. The sun only goes so far before it comes back over your head. So, and it's only illuminating so much Earth at once. So, I mean, within this system, I mean, there's got to be a limit, I would think. I don't know if it's all accounted for already, but I can't see an outward expanding perimeter ever starting to shrink. That doesn't make sense. That's not the system we're living in. We're living in like a toroidal, like electric or like magnetic field of sorts. Everything is moving perpetually. People are like, there's no such thing as free energy. What do you think we're living in? Concentric city, yeah. Concentric city, yeah. And like, it's the thing. Like the compass for me has always been like such a great example of like. I mean, the compass is depicting directionality on a flat plane. The compass depicts directionality on a flat plane, and the needle on the compass is straight. It's pointing one direction to the north. And so away from the north is south, and the south end of the needle sweeps all over the whole entire plane. As long as you're correcting to the north, and the south end is just moving all over the whole fucking plane. So everything is south. But it's like, but if you're moving in that direction, straight line, if you're following the straight path of the needle on the compass, that means you're just moving in a straight line, and the compass is not showing you anything about how you're going to come back to where you started. No, it's just like that way, and you just keep going that way, and good luck, kind of thing. You're not going to come back to where you started. No, you got to go in a circle to do that. And the compass will show you how to do that. That's what a compass does. You make a circle with a compass. But like, there's, the needle on the compass is straight. It's not bent. It's not suggesting to you that if you follow that line, that you'll come back to where you started. No. And it's depicting direction on a flat surface. Even the ones inside a bubble, it still shows it on a flat surface. Like Earth might be a globe, but the part we walk on is flat. Or whatever, level. It levels out. That's why nobody ever follows a meridian all the way until it comes back. Nobody's ever done that. There's been a few people that say they did, but I mean, it's like while everybody else is circumnavigating east to west, thousands of times a day, like nobody ever goes north to south. It just becomes kind of like a red flag, and it's like, well, that's how it would happen on a flat Earth. It's interesting how how the statistics kind of align with a flat Earth versus like if it was a globe, you could be circumnavigating any which way. It's like Antarctica happens to be this excuse as to why they don't ever go south to circumnavigate. But there's a few routes where it seems like it would make more sense. But whatever. I mean, according to their story, like if their story is true, then it's true. I always say that. Well, yeah, if all their stories are true, then that means it's true. But the thing is, their stories aren't true. We find a lot of holes in them, and despite what Jeranism might want to tell you. Yeah, I mean, I think we exist on an infinite plane, but I think the Earth system has limits. I mean, that's what this cycle. I mean, the sun's path is an analemma, and it's if you go to the equator and you do the analemma, it's infinity. It's an infinity symbol. It's usually a figure 8 because there's always going to be a smaller loop. Wherever you're at is where the smaller loop is going to be. Like if you're in the south doing the analemma, the smaller loops in the south and the bigger loops in the north, or vice versa. But if you're at the equator and you do the analemma, it's a perfect infinity symbol. It's equal on both sides, an equal loop in the north, equal loop in the south. And it's doing this toroidal like fucking motion. It's like, within, without, within, just always moving. And and it's just like you get this idea, well, there's two poles, it's like it's doing this equal thing, and it's above a planar Earth. It's like, I guess I'd like to see what the analemma looks like if you were to add each daily circuit in with that loop, with those loops, because it's just 365 dots that form at the equator it forms an infinity symbol. But then if you could somehow draw the circuit for each day on that pattern, because then it would be like an infinity symbol with all these rings around it, it would look rad. But then you can get a good idea of like what the sun's doing, because the analemma really is an important observation, in my opinion. Harmonizing, yes, I like that. I think you're right about that. But yeah, there's little things like that that make the flat Earth argument seem more feasible when you think about like, well, there's the circumnavigation that takes place is all east to west, and it's not something you can just overlook. It's kind of silly. And some of the circumnavigating they said that happened north to south is fraudulent. You can see what they did. They just went down to Antarctica, turned around, and went back up. It's not circumnavigation. And yet they still were like calling it that, So that's just shady, dude. That's just little subtleties like that where it's just like they trying to deceive you, like the fucking thing that Jaren pointed out, like the dude that wanted to show curvature and the helicopter was like, it was totally a fraudulent presentation. What's his name? The famous astrophysicist dude with the crippled guy or whatever. Forget his name right now. Hawkins. Stephen Hawkins. I think he sponsored it, but it was like these guys were doing a curvature test where they were like flying in the helicopter behind the curvature, but then it was just like, if you just spend enough time analyzing the video, you could see that it was totally fake. And it was like, you couldn't argue that it wasn't. Basically, it was proven to be fake. They never came and, nobody ever came and addressed that on the mainstream. So they just give you these fraudulent science, pieces where it's like, that's just fake. I mean, what if it's real? Why do they gotta lie? That's what we should always be asking. It's not why are they lying. It's why do they gotta lie. If it's real, then why the fuck are they lying? It's not. We don't need to know why they're lying. It's just like we do, basically, because it's not real. That's the whole point. It's like, if it was real, they wouldn't be lying. That's the whole idea. So since they're lying, then it's all open for question. And people that just want to defend it, I don't even know if they're people. Maybe they're just bots. But there's people that still want to argue with you online about it. I mean, well, Jaronism just alone, like, he's just so certain that it's a ball now. And, like, he didn't even bother trying to consider the fact that there could be two poles over a flat plane. If that's what we're observing, then why in the fuck wouldn't you just say that instead? It's so silly. Well, there's a model. Well, yeah, but, like, we knew that already. I mean, what? That's kind of strange to just go back and now you got to defend stuff that you already know is bullshit. It just doesn't seem genuine. No, well, yeah, Dubé, I've wondered about him too. Yeah, yeah. But I would like for my perspective to be heard, because I never get any feedback from anybody, and I've been spitting it for a long time. When I first had that epiphany, I'm just like, oh, well, that's so obvious. It's so stupid to think that the biggest circle you can draw on Earth is only circling half the Earth. It's so stupid. And I was like, all I got to do is just say that to people, and they'll trip, and they'll go, oh, yeah, you're right. But no, it wasn't anything like that. I mean, even flat earthers don't even understand my point. Because everybody's been so programmed to have the ball in their mind when they think about it. They're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. No, it doesn't. If I told you the biggest circle I can draw in my yard is circling half my yard, would that make sense? No, it would sound fucking retarded. I mean, maybe if my yard was a weird shape or something, but still, I mean, if my yard was let's say my yard was a big square, and I said the biggest circle I can make in my yard is circling half the yard, that would sound retarded, because it wouldn't be true. So to think the biggest circle you can draw on the face of the Earth is only circling half the Earth, that's weird. Like, if that was your property line, you own half the Earth. Now you decide you want to expand your property, and your property line's going to start shrinking. You're going to go put a smaller property line around it. Oh, well, I got to go. My phone's about to die. Thanks for hanging with me, folks. Cheers.